welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Atria's PNC Park. It's 103 Federal Street. If you can't find it, you don't know where the stadium is. This is where the Pirates play. It's winter time, and we're here. It's nice and warm in here. We had a slight delay with the new technology here, so we appreciate everybody coming out. I want to personally thank each one of you, and after the show, if you want to be on air for a second or two, I'll shake your hand and put you on the camera. But all of you that come out on a night like tonight, I come in from Bethel Park, well, let me finish my smoking. To come out in this weather is just great because, you know, in Pittsburgh, people still don't believe it's winter in February. And the roads do get snowy and it does get cold. Although I did have a gentleman tell me to watch the ice. So I did, and I'm here safe. So thanks, John. And I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. I got Smokin' Jim Frazier here. And we have our co-host from Tuesday night, Little Z, Zach Brenner. He didn't try a Big Mouth burger there, the talking machine. You didn't try it? Okay. There goes a half a cent. Make sure you try that talking machine Big Mouth burger. Appreciate it. I had to get to 10 times mentioning it. I think I just missed it by one. So we're going to start bringing up guests. But we first do what's on our mind, and we'll do that. I'm a little discombobulated, so we want to thank everybody on Verizon 32 for watching us. We're seen from Nemacolin to Cranberry Wexford. And that's every Tuesday through Saturday night, 7 o'clock to 8. Only Comcast 7 in Bethel Park. You can watch us there. And all of our shows, we have 281 of our TV shows, plus about 30 other special edition shows. They're all on YouTube. If anybody wants a link and you're here, make sure you like Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. I don't know, before I told Tika to like us, we had 4,141 likes in 2 years. So I want to thank everybody for doing that. Any of you have phones that aren't like this and they're smart and you're here, make sure you like Pittsburgh Sportsline. We're looking for a couple likes every day. And my rule is if you like us first, I will definitely like your page. And some of my guests that are here, I already liked your page. And I didn't see all of you liking mine, but that's okay. Smokin' Jim does like everything. If you send him a link or ask him to like something, he doesn't care. He'll just do it for you because that's what kind of nice guy he is. And we're going to start right now with what's on our mind. Smokin' Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
here you go, buddy.
You got to see Levine. I'd like to start off each and every show by thanking Laura and the ownership for having us here once again. Please take care of your bartenders and waitresses. And if you haven't done so already, do yourself a favor, grab a menu, because 2 weeks ago I had the best hamburger I ever had in my life, and it's called the Big Mouth Burger, named after my friend Al Levine, the talking machine. Is Skeets in the house? Skeet, stand up real quick, buddy.
He doesn't have his hat on, wait.
That's all right, we don't got time for that. This is stand up, Skeets. This is a former great boxer. Now he's a boxing referee. He's a boxing trainer. He's a boxing official. And I tell you what, on Monday, July 13th, 2015, he goes into the Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Wow. Skeets, congratulations. Now, I got to tell everybody, he has the only vote. Even though I created the show, founded it, and we got co-hosts, and I'm a dictator according to Zach Brenner, he has one vote. And somehow these guys get in the Hall of Fame. What did we have last year? Like 15 Hall of Famers?
Yeah, it was a great class.
He's a little bit behind in this class, so.
We'll make up for it. But I hope all the ladies had a very, very, very special Valentine's Day. Another day, another excuse for Tiger Woods. I call Tiger Woods Scarface, not because his wife scratched him in the face. I call Tiger Woods Scarface because every woman he meets, he wants to show her his little friend. Tiger Woods been with every pancake waitress between here and North Korea. I think Tiger Woods ought to quit golf and take up 50 Shades of Grey. Hey, listen, I think Brian Williams got a better chance of being a war hero than Tiger Woods has of winning another major. I think it's time we put a sign on Tiger Woods' golf game. Out of service, out of order, out of commission, out of business. I'm out of my mind for going out of my way to support him. And just like Tiger Woods' golf game, I'm out of here.
Who needs a PA system? That's all I can say. Here, will you read what I wrote down to say, Smoking Jim? Sorry, buddy. We don't script our show. It looks like it. But I do have some announcements to make. We have a good friend and guest of our show. Devin, I need to test you on the cameras there. God bless you. Can you get a close-up of this? This is Johnny Angels. Go ahead. We're okay. You'll be famous for 2 seconds.
Jersey on,
yeah.
You know, you
any Steeler fan's a fan of ours. Johnny Angels Ginchy stuff. It's at 3623 California Avenue, just up the hill here. He has all kind of rock and roll stuff, vinyl records, believe it or not. For any of you young kids don't know what they are, like Smoking Jim, it's vinyl. You know your dad was playing that stuff. There's music that comes out of vinyl. He got so many things. I was at his store for only an hour and a half the other day. Check it out. That's one of our biggest fans. He has a show on the Carolina Breeze every Sunday night. Johnny Angels Heavenly Soul Patrol. He gives a shout out to you and me every night. He doesn't know who Zach is because he won't call in. He's too busy shoveling out the city. But that's another story. So check him out. Another one of our sponsors and friends. Our volunteers, like Devin's a volunteer for the studio. And I walked in, talked to them about getting a free extra large pizza. Olive Oil's Pizzeria. 412-831-1900. If you're around the area in the South Hills, they deliver. Even Smoking Jim likes their pizza because I only get one slice and the rest of them are fighting over the rest. Then we're at another place next week. If you want to follow us, we do the 1st and 3rd at Atria's. Only have sad news. This is our last show at Atria's. They're getting ready for their baseball in spring. They've had different changes here. So we were honored to be here since December. It's a great location. We're hoping to be back after the Pirate season. So we'll see what happens there. But we are at Duke's Rib House and Grill every 2nd and 4th week, and they have a special there. Go ahead, Steeler fan. This is a sports show. Come on, man, keep going. Thank you. The new owners of Duke's Rib House and Grill, they have their first anniversary on March 6th. Well, most of you, when you have an anniversary, it's one day. Their anniversary with specials is for 7 days, the 6th through the 13th. So check us out when we're there, and go out there. Smoking Jim eats a whole rack of ribs every 2 weeks, and sometimes on a Sunday night. So you know it got to be good if he's there. Now, I forgot what's on my mind because we delayed so long. You know I usually have something on my mind. I'm going to go to one that I didn't want to talk about him anymore, but a lot of people have questions about how is the NFL a non-profit entity. So I'm not going to get too geekish to explain that it was created by the government, it's approved by it, so Congress has supervision over them. Now, the next question is, how does Roger Goodell make $44 million in 2012? Well, there's 32 owners that decide that. They have a monopoly. It's okayed by the government. They could pay you whatever you want. So he made $44 million in 2012. He took a pay cut in 2013. And he was only making $35 million. Now, they turned in all their paperwork. We don't know what he's going to make for 2014. But I'm thinking he gets a little bit of a pay cut. Because think about it. There was a lot of domestic problems, which we're known on the show. We're against all domestic violence. There's no reason for it. Against women, children, men, animals, you name it. So why the NFL didn't have rules to stop that? It's bad enough that they're not really helping the guys with concussions, because why would you keep bringing up a 16-game schedule? So that's outrageous. Now he had to hire a bunch of people to try to get him out of trouble. And for one of the smartest guys in the sports world, how did he get so stupid? Oh, that's what's on my mind. We're going to bring up our guest starting right now. And the guest I want to bring up was a good friend of my dad who refereed basketball all over the area, and I just shared this with Sam Clancy. And my dad and I walked into A.J. Palumbo to watch a basketball game because that's what my dad did after he retired. And I hear a guy yelling with a big voice, "Tiptoe, tiptoe." Well, my dad goes, "Yeah, somebody's calling me. Where's he at?" I go, "Dad, there's some big guy over there." He goes, "That's Sam Clancy." My dad was, I think, 5'7". This guy picked him up in the middle of A.J. Palumbo and gave him a hug. So how could I not bring up a guy like that when my dad passed away a few years ago and he's looking down on us smiling because he loved basketball and he loved Sam Clancy. So no further ado, Sam, come on up. I know you've been waiting for a while.
Brother.
Welcome to our show. Have a seat. Get comfortable.
This is the hot seat, huh?
This is the hot seat, but it won't be that hot for very long. You might get 7 minutes in the hot seat. How do you feel tonight?
I feel good.
You want to hold the mic? If you look more comfortable.
Testing, is it working?
Hold it, wait. Check that out. Check, check. Yeah, we're working. It's no PA though, but it's going right live to the TV. We'll broadcast maybe as early as tomorrow.
I'm all set then.
So, you know I got 3 questions.
All right.
I already said your name, so I took it easy on you.
All right.
Unless you change it to another name.
No,
Okay.
Sam Bam.
Sam Bam? All right. We got Sam Bam. He did change his name. All right. Now, this is a question that I need a good answer for the simple fact you've been involved in so many sports. What is your favorite sport, Sam Bam? And this is your answer, nobody else's.
Huh? Well, favorite sport, I mean, you know, basketball and football. One, it's 2 parts of my life.
Now,
basketball,
I'm trying to teach some young men out here because I told them they had to have one. And those Smith guys, look at the dad staring me down.
Yeah.
He's like, you told me one answer.
Hey, one answer, though.
Well, he's much bigger than me. He's one of my heroes. So he has carte blanche here. Explain that, Coach.
Yo, that's right. Well, basketball, I played basketball high school in University of Pittsburgh here.
And then what happened?
And then I played 11 years in the NFL, so that's the reason why I love both sports.
We put an asterisk right beside that because that's the most honest answer you could have. He was a superstar in basketball.
I don't know about that, though, but I enjoyed it.
Well, in my mind, he was. Definitely. Now, what do you follow now? Do you follow basketball and football, or depends on the season?
I follow college basketball, and I love and college football. Even though I didn't play college football, I follow the pros, NFL.
You could have played. Didn't they ask you to play a couple times? Tell the truth.
Every year.
Okay. You're a modest man.
Not every year, though.
I know
had to turn
that.
it down, though.
Wasn't the offer right? Okay, no
I can't get into that, though.
This is a family show.
Family show, that's right,
Yeah,
though.
you know that's my theme.
They don't want those sanctions to come down anyway. So.
Yeah, we don't want to hear that. There's too many around the
That's
neighborhood.
right.
No sanctions. Now, tell them where you work now, because I think that's an interesting job.
I'm with the University of Pittsburgh. Fortunately, I came back after being gone for 27 years. I came back to Pitt after being gone for 27 years. Probably the only foot I put on campus was going to the Dirty O's.
Really?
in those 27 years. So.
You know what? I had a few of those too.
That's right, though, man. But I came back and got my degree. It was really what happened, though. The reason why I came back.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm like 27 years to get a degree. You know, it's a little ridiculous, though, but I got it. You know,
They can't take that paper from you,
That's
Sam
right.
Bam.
Best thing ever done. Best thing ever done. Being from Pittsburgh, being from the Hill District, you know, and being able to before my mom passed in September, you know, to get my degree, which I always promised I would get it.
That is great. That's a great story. What street were you born on?
I'm a Bedford. Well, I was born on Cliff Street.
That's what I'm trying to
All
get,
right,
because I
Cliff
was
Street.
born on Pride Street.
That's Pride Street.
My
man.
dad's
That's
family,
That's right.
Pride Street. So we were neighbors.
That's right.
Well, I think I might be older than you, so
I don't know about that.
a couple years. Yeah, I think so. And then what happened? Then you moved further up the hill.
Well, yeah. Well, then we moved to Bedford Avenue, though. But I am the varsity athletic club coordinator with the University of Pittsburgh, which is what that entitles is part of the development department. It's only the athletics, but I only deal with former athletes.
Nice.
You know, so I try to keep them engaged with the University of Pittsburgh, as well as try to get something out of their pockets.
What about one of our friends who maybe you know, Chuck Bonasorti?
I know Chuck well.
Well, you could tell him you met the talking machine.
I will. Chuck is one of those guys who don't want to give nothing about his pocket.
Well, that's why I brought it up to put you on air, because this may get him. He watches the show once in a while when I tell him to.
I just called him out there.
Yeah, he's been on the show, and he always wondered why I gave the pretty girls more time than the 40 seconds that he would get, or whatever his number. What's his number, 41 or something? He would always yell, because Smoking Jim would bring models or ring card girls or, you know, boxers, because we'll have a nice beautiful boxer that will knock you out with a jab, but that's another story. But wait till Chuck hears that you were on here and called him out. I may have to text him and tell him that. Maybe that'll loosen him up. Maybe you could get a T-shirt.
I might see on Wednesday though. We're doing a thing for Coach Narduzzi. Jimbo Cover there, so I might see Chuck Wednesday if he was invited.
I'm glad you made it on just for that.
All right.
Hey, could you tell us a basketball story just that would be one of your favorite, that's a clean one?
I really don't have no clean basketball stories, because I was more of a bully.
I know, but I was hoping you did.
So, you know, I mean, I can give you a sort of a clean one, but, you know.
Okay.
All right.
Let us have it, because I just want to hear.
All right.
Think a minute.
I'm a physical guy on the basketball court.
We know that.
But I'm undersized. I say I was 6'7", but I'm only 6'5" and 3/4. But I love playing against the 7-footers. So anyway.
Okay.
We play at University of Maryland at the University at their place.
Okay.
I run off. They got the 7-foot center. I forget his name. Albert King is on the team. Buck Williams, 2 NBA guys on the team. So I come off. I'm running around trying to chase my man around, and then their center just punched me in the stomach. I'm like, oh my goodness, what the hell? What happened? You know? And I'm like, you know, if anybody know me, they know I'm getting back though. So anyway.
There was no doubt. That's why I wanted to.
So nobody's seen it. This is the first game we ever had 3 officials.
Wow.
All right, so it really is first game we ever had 3 officials.
And they were watching.
So
you.
Tim Gergers, my coach, said, "What happened?" I said, "This dude punched me in my stomach." He said, "Take it easy, take it easy." I said, "Gary, I'm gonna get him back though." So anyway, so this time he was running around chasing one of our guys off the pick, and I'm setting the screen. So all of a sudden I lean up there, pow! You know, cracked him right.
Bam!
Right.
Bam!
Hey, that's how I got the name.
Bam!
Hey, cracked him in his eye.
Man.
No, cracked him in his eye though, right there. 3 officials, nobody's seen it. Only the student section seen it.
Wow.
They hollering. And the guy's bleeding like crazy. You know, I'm like, I'm innocent. So
it's a phantom punch.
I walk over to the bench like, Gary, what'd you do? I said, I told you I had to get him back. He punched me. He knocked the wind out of me. And the referees look as they can't call a take. There's no instant replay. There's no all the camera. They can go to the monitor and do that though. So they just let it go. So the students section, all they holler, they said, right there, the big guy, the big bow-legged guy, the big bow-legged guy. You know, so
I'm sure they were using bad words
That's one of my bad stories there though. So, but
no, that was clean. And he told me he wouldn't swear on air. Not that he does, because we got ladies and families
I don't
here.
swear. I don't swear.
He does not. He's a
try to be a role model.
Look, there's a baby there now.
That's right, though. Huh?
We got babies coming out on a cold night.
City of Pittsburgh fan here.
Pittsburgh Sportsline. Like us on Facebook.
Yes.
Thank you. No, that was a great story, and that was clean. I appreciate it.
Well, you know, I seen how Smokey Jim went off over there, though. I figured I'd throw a little humor up in there.
Oh,
not no violence, just a little.
Hit me in the eye?
Just being a little physical. Just being a little physical there.
You did hit me in the eye. Wait a second. No blood. Okay, go ahead. We're good. Sam, I appreciate your time. And how do they get a hold of you if they want to? They know somebody that needs to contact you, development, and getting money off ex-Pitt athletes.
Oh man, well.
Should they, or you want them to just go through me?
Yeah, come through you. I don't know. I got Facebook. I got Twitter. I got LinkedIn. I got.
I'm going to connect
Instagram,
on all those.
But I don't know how to use any of them. So
here, I'll tell you
I'm just
something.
telling you now. I got them all, but I don't know how to use any of them. So
Here, I'll give you a little secret. See my friend here on LinkedIn. he had the worst. I'm not even going to mention what the name is, but I created a LinkedIn page for him called Smoking Jim Frazier. He's so thankful now. I forget what he owes me, but we'll be all right. I would do that for free to help you.
Hey, I'm on them all, so just
I'll
type my
connect
name
with
in,
you
you're
on
a fan.
Facebook so I can send it to you.
Oh,
all right?
all right. You definitely
So
do that.
I'll send you a
I do
link.
check the Facebook page every now and then.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I do
And
check that.
That'll be his contact information. Sam the Bam, I want to thank you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Thanks for being on.
Great job, Sam.
Thank you.
You take care.
All right, thank
How
you.
was the
guys.
hot seat?
Huh? Hey, it's not that hot.
There you go. We got other guests coming. Thanks, brother.
Tika Hemingway, ranked number 3 in the United States. I'm on Team USA.
All right.
I mean, what more can I say? The best.
We'll have you say more. I'll ask you some questions.
All right, that's fine.
What's your favorite sport? Don't guess.
Actually, my favorite sport is actually basketball, to be
There
honest.
we go. I thought maybe she'd say something different.
Yep. My favorite sport is not boxing, it's basketball.
This is more like business because look at that look there when you talk jab. No, I'm kidding.
I don't talk jabs, I talk right hands.
You talk when we come in. No, did you forget what we talked about when we come in?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, thank you. Now, when you watch basketball, you got to have a favorite team, maybe a favorite player. I always try to stump a guest, so I'll just talk for a second more.
No, I really, basketball is my favorite sport because it was my first love. Like, I'm actually better in basketball than I am in boxing, but a lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
The girl has game. So,
Wow.
yep. I'm
Are you
really
a
good.
defensive or offensive player?
I'm both. I have really good ball handling skills.
Where did you play at?
I played for Perry.
Did you?
I actually played with Mr. Sam Clancy's daughter. I played with Samantha.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we were on the same team
Tika,
together.
Sam, we'll have to connect on Facebook.
Yeah.
Boy, that's something. What a small world.
It is
2
a small
degrees of separation in Pittsburgh. Not the temperature, but you know somebody and I know somebody. That's the 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay? How'd I do?
You did all right.
Can we talk boxing?
Let's talk boxing.
All right, I heard you're going away to Bulgaria. Why would you fight in Bulgaria?
It wasn't my choice. You know, I'm on Team USA. So basically, after my performance in Spokane, Washington, I fought the Olympic gold medalist Clarissa Shields.
Tell them what happened, because not everybody knows boxing.
Okay, boxing is boxing. You win, you lose, and sometimes boxing is, you know, there's a narrow point where it gets.
You mean there's a
political.
draw, and then the hometown sometimes wins?
That's what happened.
Okay.
I didn't want to say it like that, but
Well, I'm trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah.
Boxing's been around, and somebody here in Pittsburgh, Jimmy Savetic, always says the only thing square in boxing is a ring. Now, I know he didn't
Yeah.
invent that saying, somebody else did.
you know what? This speaks volumes right here because I was out for 2 years. After the last Olympic trials, I hung up the gloves and I gave boxing a break.
Sure.
So I was out for 2 years. I decided to come back. You know, I got with Pittsburgh Boxing Club.
Who's that guy staring at you there? Looks like
That's
your trainer.
My coaches, Tad Mercantia and John Brunick. I call him Meatball. And
You were hitting that meatball so hard in the ring, even though he was padded and he had extra padding. So I was surprised.
I know I saw him limping a couple times.
I thought he was gasping for air.
I don't know.
No, I like him. I don't know if that was true,
But back to my story.
yes, you just started back.
Yeah, so I was out for 2 years. I came back, first fight in 2 years, fought the Olympic gold medalist. And we got a draw. Actually, at the
You
end
know
of the
what? Just to interrupt you, that's impressive.
Yeah. But look, at the end of the fight, one judge said that she won, the other judge said that I won, and the other judge said that it was a tie. So they had to
Okay.
pick a winner. And of course, you know, they're going to give it to Olympic gold medalist.
Well, here, I have a question for you, because we're all competitors in sport.
Yeah.
Now, did you think you won?
I know I won that
Okay,
fight.
now, here's what I want to go next. If somebody makes a decision that you have no control over, what else can you do?
I'm going to knock her out next time I fight her.
That's what I wanted to
Definitely
hear.
knock her out. And
Yeah, here we go.
I'm gonna have to knock her out. And I was only training with my coaches after a 2-year break. I only was training with them.
How many
for about,
days were you training with them?
I was training 6 days a week. We trained hard for about like a month and a half, 2 months.
What's he doing to you now? Double days, and I'm honored that you made it here because he gave you 2 days off, I think, in the last week.
Yeah, we're doing 2-a-days. We're training hard, 6 days a week. We do 2-a-days.
So you're ready?
I'm definitely ready. I'm more than ready. I can't wait to fight Bulgaria. I leave Wednesday.
Who's your opponent? Do you know? Or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be fighting anybody from around the world. So whatever I get drawn up with, that's what I
sense
fight.
you're not intimidated by that.
Intimidated about what? Like,
that's my question there. Nothing. I didn't say who or what. You're going to Bulgaria. You don't know anybody there. They have a home field advantage there because who knows who's going to be there. And you're just going there to knock somebody out. So I think that's impressive.
I train hard. My coaches have me ready. They have me mentally ready. I mean, I'm the best I've ever been. Smoking Jim knows, you know, he interviewed me in the past, and I've never been as confident, never been as good. So. He's
been one of your biggest fans since I met him over 3 years ago. He kept telling me about this Tika Hemingway. Oh, really? And I'm like, who's Tika Hemingway? He goes, she's one of the greatest women boxers that you ever see. He goes, she's so powerful, and now I meet you, she's too cute to knock somebody out. Oh, don't challenge her. Wait a second. Sorry, sometimes we're a little funny up here.
It's all right. I left a few times in the audience.
Oh, good. You're done then. We're getting you off the show. We don't want to ruin that.
It's all right.
You sure?
I mean, I don't know. People probably tuned in today just to see me.
Well, no, this will be rebroadcast.
Well.
This is why I told you to like Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. I'll put it there when it comes out. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on TV, Verizon 32, all over the Pittsburgh area. So you're going to get more fans. That's why I wanted people to know what you're thinking. Now look at that. She was right. Ted, you got her like fine-tuned right now. I know he coaches you on what you say. No, he doesn't. That's a joke between us. So, but we'll post it on Facebook, and they'll find out. Now, how do they get a hold of you?
You can contact me through Facebook, Tika Hemingway.
Okay.
I have Instagram. I also have Twitter. That's about it.
That's enough.
I see Smoking Jim. He grabbed his phone.
Well, his phone's smart, mine's dumb. Why would I lie about trying to type that in? All right? That's how we roll here. I want to thank you again for being on our show, taking time out from your busy schedule. It was awesome to interview, and it was great to find out her favorite sport is
basketball.
You're the best straight person on the show.
Thanks.
Thank you. Good luck to you in Bulgaria. When are you fighting so we can keep track of that?
Actually, the tournament starts on the 23rd. Of this
really?
month. Yeah.
That's next week.
Yeah, so we have a small mini training camp there, then we start fighting.
That is great. You know, if you post something up, I'll probably like it. So
yeah, I'll post.
You keep me informed, and I'll pass it around on Pittsburgh Sportsline. All right, Tika?
Okay.
I'm glad I got to meet you, and I'm glad I got to interview you tonight.
Okay, you're welcome.
Take care. Welcome to the show. You know the routine. Tell them who you are, and I won't ask that question.
Ted Mercantia, the head coach at Pittsburgh Boxing, Route 51.
And you know I got to ask my 2 sports questions before we dive into boxing. What's your favorite sport?
Boxing.
That made it simple. We're not wasting any time here. That's why I know. Sometimes we're a little silly. This time we weren't. Just factual.
So we live it.
Definitely. Tell us what's going on with your fighters, because for a smaller gym, I mean no offense by being a smaller gym. I've been, you know, to your 51 boxing club. It's a great facility.
Yeah. Well, we're busy right now. We got 3 people out of our gym that are rated in the top 10 in USA boxing right now.
Congratulations.
Got little Teddy.
I mean, that's great to hear. Now tell us who they are.
Got little Teddy, we got Tika, and we got Hunter Matthews.
Now, little Teddy's not so little anymore.
Yeah, he's growing.
How tall is he, do you know?
Taller than me now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. The last 3 years, he sprouted up. That's one of my favorite young fighters.
He's been off for, well, he's been fought since August, since we fought down Ivy, and he's having his first fight back. We're taking a team to Columbus on the 28th, and he's fighting out there.
Okay. So we'll look forward to the updates. You know, I appreciate when you post all that stuff, because I'm trying to grow boxing going through the community. A lot of people Well, thank you. But people talk about boxing in the 70s, 80s, and even before, and now there's a resurgence with all these young boxers. And we appreciate what you're doing. You're keeping people out of trouble. You'll even train people to come in and box. Maybe they'll fall in love with it or bring their kids there. So
that's why we're there. We're through city parks. I mean, we're open to anyone. Anyone's come down, whether you want to compete, work out for fitness. I mean, come on down.
Well, look at the shape he's in. He takes those punches. Well, I see you dancing around in the ring. What's all this putting the mitts up and getting hit? Some of those punches by Tika look like they were a little more powerful than you guys realized.
Oh yeah, she's on point right now. She's ready. I mean, she's gonna go over to Bulgaria, take care of business there, and we're gonna go to Colorado Springs in June.
For the Olympic trials.
She'll qualify there, and
sky's the limit.
That's it. She'll be in Brazil in 2016.
With a trainer like this, how do we get a hold of you? How should they get a hold of you? The simplest way.
You could hit me up on Facebook, Ted Mercantia, or my phone number is 412-491-7193.
And I always do it twice just because I'm getting old, so do it again.
412-491-7193.
Teddy.
All right.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Anything else?
Yeah. Skeets and John Brunick, two of the best assistants I could have down there. I mean, we're a team, and we do it all together.
Skeet's already been on so many times. I got to hold him back 1 week. He bought our first hat. So,
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and he just got the Hall of Fame. But why don't you introduce John, and we'll bring him up.
Come on up, John. John Brunick, a.k.a. Meatball.
Okay. Give him the mic.
How you doing?
Now, this man isn't shy to talk, so I'll just let him introduce himself. If he doesn't want to say meatball, I understand that. Order one, a meatball hoagie or something. Go ahead.
Well, thanks for having us on, both you fellas. Tika took it upon herself to give me a new nickname. I've had a few in my lifetime.
Keep them clean. This is a family show still.
So if Meatball gets her to the Olympics in 2016, I'll be a Meatball.
I like your style.
All right.
I like your style. How long have you been around the boxing game?
Well, I started boxing actually right here in Northside in the mid-'70s with a man named Marty Joyce down at the YMCA right here.
Really?
Here in Northside. Yep. And
so you have
from
a
there,
long history of it.
Yeah, boxing's always been a part of my life, and you know, you're in and out. You know, throughout your life, you take different avenues here and there, but
it's a roller coaster.
It actually is.
Well, that's why.
I got pulled back in, and now it's back in my blood, and I will be in it for the rest of my life. I've definitely made that decision. Well, there's a lot of work to be
Here's
done.
another passionate coach. He didn't expect to be on air, so I appreciate you coming out. I like to surprise people once in a while, so you got to be careful if you're in the boxing
well,
game.
I would just like to say that I'm absolutely honored and humbled to be on Tika's team and to help her with this journey to the Olympics. It's just amazing, and it's taken a lot of dedication, a lot of time, and she's a heck of an athlete. And it's an honor and a privilege to and spend time with her and train with her in the gym.
No, that's great to have you on. No, thanks for coming out. We appreciate the support, too.
Thank you. Thanks.
Take care.
All right.
I don't know how we got him here. I call him the most underrated superstar in Southwestern Pennsylvania history. He was the first black quarterback to play for a Quad A school. He's in the Gateway Hall of Fame, the West Virginia University Hall of Fame. He played with the Miami Dolphins with Dan Marino, and last year as the head coach, he led the Pittsburgh Passion to a world championship. Big hand for Coach Harvey Smith.
Well, we got your name out by everybody, so you don't have to answer that question.
I'm not sure who Jim was talking about.
Okay, then tell them your name. Come on, I got to hear it from you for all your fans and your growing fan base.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Name is Harvey Smith. Most people know me as Coach Smith.
That's what I was calling you, Coach. Mm-hmm. He introduced me to you a couple years ago.
Right.
Coach. So we'll go by that. Now, I always ask, what's your favorite sport?
Well, I'm gonna shock the world. I know most people, because I coach football. I've played football my whole life, and this is not just because the boxing Greats are here today, but boxing has always been my favorite sport.
All right,
Always.
all right. Mine too.
That is awesome.
Yep. Big Muhammad Ali fan, and
Me
know his
too.
whole history and everything like that. And I believe that he's the single person that changed sports as we know it. So I've always loved boxing, and I take my hat off to you. I'm a fan now.
There you
right.
go. Make sure you connect with her on Facebook
Absolutely.
or one of those other social medias. We'll follow her adventures across the world.
Absolutely. Good luck to you also.
Gold medal in 2016. We get good karma on Pittsburgh Sportsline. Smoke and Jim will tell you. We get a lot of champions come on here. You get a lot better luck. See Smoke and Jim in that department. Okay?
And she's built like Beyonce.
That's why I didn't want him to introduce you. He was
Dual threat.
All right, what's your favorite team? Surprise me on this one. No, don't surprise me.
It might surprise you a little bit, but Penn State. Penn State knit the lines.
We are.
Penn State.
All right.
It's only a slight surprise.
Slight surprise. That's right.
Definitely. I don't understand family, but
Yeah.
sometimes that works.
Family's big with the Smiths.
Yeah.
Family's number one.
I know that. No doubt. So we got to talk about your championship because we've had Pittsburgh Passion players on. I'm friends with T. Con.
Okay.
So it's a great world. Franco Harris, I'm friends with him and he's part owner there.
Yep.
Now, I predicted, I don't know if you know, and you can check our tapes, I predicted before the season that you guys would win because I had your players on and told them when they were on, you're going to win the championship.
Wow.
And the reason, being around them, they're so competitive. And I've watched a few games, and if you didn't know they were women playing, and this is no disrespect, they play like a man's game. Even though some people may disagree, that's my belief. And the talent that they have, and they don't get paid to do that. And with you coaching and getting all that out of them, it's just fantastic. So that's what I had said, and you guys did it. Now, I know it wasn't easy, and you had a lot of tough games. You want to tell us about the season a little?
Well, as you alluded to earlier, it's a different type of atmosphere. And so I've coached football at every level.
Right.
Played football pretty much at every level also. And it took Teresa Connor, owner of the Pittsburgh Passion, about 2.5 years to get me to come out and coach. It was just something that I didn't know a lot about, so I wasn't really interested in the beginning.
Right.
But the more I researched it and learned about the women that were involved and just saw their raw passion for the game, it was something that I realized that had kind of gotten away from me, because if you be around it a lot, maybe some people don't appreciate it as much as you want them to appreciate it.
Sure.
But the first thing that I noticed about the women for the passion, they appreciated football.
Yeah.
My quarterback, for example, and she'll go down as probably the best quarterback in women's football professional history. She lives in Washington, D.C. So she'll drive up from Washington, D.C., get off of work at 5 o'clock, drive up and be at practice Tuesday night by 9 o'clock. So we schedule our practices so that we start off with defense and special teams first.
And she can make it.
So that she can make it, practice, get back in her car, and drive back to Washington,
Wow.
D.C. My best wide receiver, AJ, lives in Atlanta, Georgia. So we would make special arrangements to have practices so that she could meet us somewhere and practice and then fly and meet us for the games.
Wow.
And so these women didn't get paid, but that's the type of commitment and dedication that they had to winning a championship, and they never missed a beat. They never complained about anything.
Sure.
They just had one focus, and that was winning that championship.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
What a story. That's great. And you gave them the proper guidance to get to that championship.
Well, coaches are overrated.
Right.
Coaches are overrated. You know what I mean? We're leaders, and we set the tone, but you can't win a championship without great players. And so our job is to put those great players in position to do what they do best.
Well, I appreciate that because I get in arguments all the time because I don't want the facts to get in the way of the opinions that they have.
Right.
Because they just want their opinions. I always say if you have good horses and players that you can win. But you need that guidance and discipline.
You need that guidance and discipline, correct.
To get to the next step.
That's right.
Because anybody can be a good player. But how do you get a team to play well?
That's right.
So
how do you motivate them?
That's how I look at it. But you need them to start with. If you have players that don't work out, can't compete.
Makes it easier, doesn't it?
Yes. It's all good then, right?
Kind of like Smoking Jim back in his day.
What's next year look like?
Next year looks like repeat.
I like the confidence, between Tika and you and Sam Bam. I mean, I'm more energized than I normally am. So that's great stuff.
No, we have a quality organization, and we feel like we're the Pittsburgh Steelers of the women's professional sports. We have a great following everywhere we go.
Well, that was
fans
your
follow
second
us. Yep.
championship too. You're going to be
Correct.
at George Couples Stadium?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a good venue. I can even stay up on the bridge and look down and watch the game too.
Oh yeah, we have quite a few fans that do that actually.
I've driven by when they are. So, no, it's good stuff. When does your practice start?
We have already started. We started the first week of January, and so we practice right now 3 days, 3 nights.
Oh, really?
A week out in Monroeville.
Oh, in the indoor facility?
In the indoor facility.
Tell them where that's at, because Smoking Jim calls it God's country.
Right. Well, it's right up over the Monroeville Mall, at the top of the hill there. So we practice usually from 8 o'clock to midnight. So
Wow, that's some dedication, and they all
serious
work.
dedication, and they all work full-time jobs.
That's amazing stuff.
Yep.
No, it's great to meet you finally and talk to you and interview you on the air. I've met you outside of here, but we've never had a discussion like this.
Yep, thank you.
Well, we're going to be running out of time, but we still got a lot of guests, and you brought 3 other guests with you.
Yes.
Would you mind introducing who they are, and we'll have them stand up here, and then I'll bring them up one at a time.
Okay, first I won't say my oldest son, but my oldest son that's here. I actually have 8 kids.
Okay.
And my oldest son that's here is Milan Smith.
Milan, welcome to the show.
How you doing?
I know you practiced. I prepped you for this. You ready?
Yeah.
Your name is? Talking to the mic.
My name's Milan Smith.
What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport's football.
I don't understand why, but what team is your favorite team? You have a favorite team, or is it your school?
I actually like a lot of schools in
Well, you gotta pick one.
college
there.
football, but the team that I follow the most is probably Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Yeah.
Why's that?
I don't know. I just followed them a lot. That was the team that I was most consistent with that I liked
You
the
like
most.
their uniforms, or you like some of their players? Didn't matter. You just like they're out there.
Yeah.
Now tell us where you play at.
I play at Penn Hills.
You know what? I got to shake your hand again, because Smoking Jim tells me that's near Monroeville. I just say it's Penn Hills, because that's where you're from. He tries playing around with all that stuff because it's all about Gateway and Monroeville. What position do you play?
I play slot receiver.
Do you catch any passes?
Well, I should, but in our offense, we don't really throw the ball, so I get like a jet sweep. So.
Really?
Yeah, that's what
You might have to. He's about recruiting in Gateway, and if they get good receivers, he always says that they'll throw the ball to him. Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
No, stay in Penn Hills. What grade are you in?
I'm actually a senior.
A senior?
So,
where are you going then?
I'll be going to Penn State.
Now I know why we are. That's great. My daughter went there and graduated, so good luck there. Should we contact you anywhere on Facebook to follow your exploits in football at Penn State?
Actually on Twitter.
Twitter, okay. Give them your handle there on Twitter.
It's underscore Smitty underscore 2.
Repeat it again and talk slow, because I'm the fast talker up here.
Underscore Smitty underscore 2.
What position you gonna play in college?
In college, the same position.
Okay.
And you'll get some passes.
Yeah.
All right.
Future coach.
Definitely. Who's going to be your coach there?
James Franklin.
Any assistant coach you might know out there?
Yeah, the receivers coach is
That's all right. You're going to school. I didn't want to stump you on that one. Get out of here. You look
Great
good.
job.
Thank you.
Okay, and then my son that's a junior is Isaiah Smith. Isaiah, I just wanted to mention, has been invited to, he's an academic, he's a 4.0 student. He's been invited to programs with Harvard University and then also Penn State University.
My name is Isaiah Smith.
What's your favorite team?
My favorite team?
I mixed it up on you because you're much smarter than me, so I had to throw a curveball in there.
I would say the Steelers.
Okay.
Only because they've been my favorite team for the longest.
Well, that helps when you're in a diaper and you get a Steeler football and blankets. You know, it might make you like them. Do you have a favorite sport?
Football.
See how I mixed it up? How was that? Not bad?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
And you're a junior?
Yes.
And you going to graduate early, or?
No, I'm going to graduate on time. I need all the credits I can get.
Okay. And that'll help you get into Penn State. No, I'm kidding you. I'm kidding you. Harvard. That's the goal.
What's your favorite subject?
It's tough. I say probably science.
What do you want to study in college?
Business and technology.
Sounds good. You can invent something, or with all that technology you have and science?
I really would like to open my own business and invest in my own money to save up, because after college I plan on having a job so that I can invest for my future, and then once I save enough money to open up a business.
What kind of business?
Like a restaurant.
Oh, you'd like that? Well, you could feed your family then with no problem.
Culinary arts and stuff is one of my passions.
Hey, you know what? When you open that restaurant, if we're still doing Pittsburgh Sportsline, keep us in mind, all right? We'll be a lot older then, but, we can still talk.
I tell you what, I just got a vision in the future. Don't be surprised if you see this guy one day as the President of the United States. I just got that vision, man.
Wow.
Got that vision.
You know what? How can we top that except how to get a hold of you? Are you on Twitter or?
I have a Facebook.
That's good with me. We'll have to connect on Facebook, and you'll get to see this interview, and hopefully it's one of many. And I wish you luck in school. One more thing, Smoking Jim is a big fan of homeschooling. Now, I'm totally against it because of smart guys like you. Go to school. Have a nice day.
And my last son that's here, the youngest of my sons, is Terry. They call him Tank Smith. He's one of by your very own Smoking Jim, top 25 athletes from 7th grade to 11th grade. He ran for almost 2,000 yards with his football team at Penn Hills this past year. And the people around, they call him Tank, but they also call him the mini Marshawn Lynch. Woo! All right, so Terry Smith. Terry, Tank Smith.
My name is Terry Smith.
What's your nickname?
Tank.
Okay, now that we got that clarified. Your favorite sport is?
Football.
Your favorite team is? Seahawks.
Florida. Penn State.
Florida. Pick one.
Penn State.
Penn State? All right, that's a good choice. If my dad stared at me like that, I'd pick Penn State too. He didn't say it, but he didn't have to. And what grade are you in?
I'm in 8th.
8th grade?
Yes, sir.
That's great. And they get awards from Smoking Jim Frazier? You must be doing something right.
I tell you what, some of the best highlight films I've ever seen, and I can't stop watching it, watching Tank run people over. I tell you what, man, can't wait to recruit him to
Hey,
Gateway.
when did you do that back in the day? We're trying to find out when he did that back in the day. Hold it, did you see him ever run? Absolutely. Okay, we're just checking because he won't tell us his age. People think he's like 38, and I know he's not. But he won't reveal it. We've been trying.
Hey, this is all about Tank right now.
Oh, sorry, Tank. Sorry, Tank. I thought maybe you were nervous, but you don't look nervous. You just saw that hole and you ran through there. I saw how you went by. How long have you played football?
I played football since I played football all my life with my older brothers and their friends.
Well, I'm sure. With a sports family like you're in. No wonder you're a Tank.
Yeah.
There's no quit in you, right?
None.
You love the running back? You don't play defense at all?
I play linebacker mostly, but I switch between linebacker, defensive tackle, and safety sometimes.
All right, in 8th grade, what's your favorite? Do you like defense or offense?
I like running the ball best.
Okay. I appreciate that honest answer.
2,000 yards.
With 2,000 yards, how can you not? Right? That's why I wondered if you said anything else, I'd have to question that. No, you had great answers. I appreciate you coming up. One of our youngest football stars we've had on our show. So I want to thank you. Do you have Facebook or anything? Or did you let him, Dad? Okay.
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook, me and Tank.
How come you didn't tell me about being friends with him? All right, we'll become friends. What's your name on Facebook?
Tank Smith.
Get out of here. That's enough stuff. You were great. Thank you. Good luck, Tank.
Great job, Tank. I tell you what, I met this guy back in the day when he used to do the offense and defense football camp with Michael Vick. He is now one of the guys for MSA Sports, one of the nicest guys I ever met in my life. Big hand for Glenn Anderson.
Welcome back on our show.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been too long.
Yep.
I'm glad you could make it here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we got your name.
Yep.
Tell us what you're doing.
I actually work with the MSA Sports Network, and for those of you that might not know, we are the official network for all high school sports for Western Pennsylvania. So any given Friday night, if you happen to be listening to high school football,
I do.
It's usually through the MSA Sports Network. We're busy. We have between 40 and 45 live broadcasts every Friday night, and we are actually live streaming games this year as well. So we're
not streaming.
No.
Just because you learned a new word in technology, we are not streaming yet. We've had somebody try with a GoPro. I don't know if you know GoPro.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, you're more advanced than I thought. So, I appreciate that. Sorry. Then a friend of yours was a guest on our show here.
Okay.
You know
yes.
who she is?
Yes.
Donna.
Yes, Donna, and that was the night, unfortunately, that I couldn't make it. But
I wasn't bringing that up. I was just talking about your friend being here. So what if you've stiffed us a couple times and can't make it? He tells me you're on every week. Your reputation's very bad here. No, Glenn's a good friend of mine. He puts up with a lot of this stuff. So,
but yeah, and I mean, as far as now, we're with the basketball and wrestling, all our winter sports and ice hockey. So please, MSASports.net if you want to go and check out some of the local high school talents.
All right, we want to do that. And what's the number to get a hold of you, or just go to MSA Sports and check it out?
If you go to MSASports.net, and like I said, you can contact me actually through the sales department. But I handle a lot of the outside sales and sponsorship for the sports network. So,
well, we'll keep in touch there. We got to bring your son up. We ran a little late on stuff and had a late delay, so I know it's probably past his bedtime. So
he got a nap this afternoon. They were off school. So.
All right, good. It is President's Day. You want to introduce your son?
Sure. One of the reasons Smoke and Jim and I had talked is we are involved with Inline Hockey. And a lot of people may or may not be familiar with inline, but it's a little different than ice hockey. It's actually played on a solid surface, and one of the things...
And it's not ice skates, just
no, it's
that.
Actually, it's very similar to rollerblades, but it's very similar to ice hockey, except there's no checking, no icing. But we do have a Western Pennsylvania League, which is the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Roller Hockey League. And there's about 21 school districts that participate. Zach has played in that since 5th grade. He's also been part of the Pennsylvania State team that's actually won the bronze medal a few years ago.
And that's a heavy medal.
It really is. It really is. So I'll let him come up and tell you a little bit more about that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Glenn, it's a pleasure having you finally on our show. Returning again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care. Zach, welcome to the show.
How's it going, Al?
Good. You already know the questions, so...
I do.
We already know your name?
Yep.
Favorite sport?
My favorite sport's probably hockey. So.
How about the favorite team?
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Nice. Good choice. Good choice. Well, we won't have to cover much there because they're still in the regular season.
Yeah.
Let's hope they make it to the playoffs and go further.
I think they will. So when they get healthy. So. And
they are starting to.
Yeah.
Speaking of healthy, you look pretty healthy. How long have you been playing this sport?
Since 5th grade. So
what grade are you in now?
I'm a senior at North Allegheny. So.
That's great. Now, you brought up a medal here. I got to at least go right to the medal. I'll hold that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Show them what you won and tell them about your team. Go ahead.
All right. So this is from
I'll hold it.
what's called State Wars. It's a national tournament all across the United States. I was on the Pennsylvania State team, and we took the bronze medal. It happens every year. We play teams from California, Florida, all over the place, and
so that's a pretty big win.
Yeah, it's a cool tournament. So.
Is it the first time a Pennsylvania team's done something like that, or?
There's actually was a They do it by age group, so I was in 1996. But the 1995 team was very good. They'd won the gold medal for 7 straight years.
Really?
So, yeah. But
I didn't know much about it. I just know
my age group, that was the first time we medaled, so that was a pretty
really?
big deal.
Well, good question.
Yeah.
How did I know? Lucky guess. You want to hold up your jersey?
Sure. This is just a jersey from the tournament in 2013 . So just the
that's
state,
great. No,
Pennsylvania state team.
Can you turn it around? Does it have your name on it? I wanted Dad Anderson on there. What's your dad teaching here? He's all about sponsorships and everything. How are we going to get sponsors if we don't find out who this young man is? No, here's the mic back. No, I appreciate you coming here. We're also going to have some photos of you playing in the championship game, I think it is.
Yeah.
So we'll have a few. Now, I'll get your dad to send them to me.
Okay.
And we'll send the photos, okay?
Yep, sounds good.
And how should they get a hold of you?
I'm on Facebook as well, so Zach Anderson.
Okay.
So keep it simple.
We will keep it simple. Make sure you like Pittsburgh Sportsline.
Yep.
And where are you going to go to college?
Not sure yet, but we'll see in a couple months. So.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Great job, Zach.
Oh, man, this is the weakest handshake he ever gave.
Get out of here.
Just so you know, he shoveled the whole city of Pittsburgh. He doesn't have a snowblower. This is the best contractor. Oh, wait. Oh, it's not frozen yet. Contact Brenner Contracting. He's a great supporter of our show. And if you don't see him out there wearing a Pittsburgh Sportsline hat or a BC gear, he's not out there working.
You got that right.
What's on your mind? We only got 2 minutes.
What's on my mind is I got snubbed by Miss Hemingway because I reached out to her many months ago about coming on to Pittsburgh Sportsline. So I don't want to let anybody forget about that. She was on my radar months ago.
Machine.
Months ago, I reached out to her
The talking
in my
machine
free time.
wins again.
No.
She was here for me, not for you. I don't understand it. That's a win.
That's a loss. That's a loss.
W.
Like that shirt boss. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to push you that hard. Oh, man, I'm sorry. You're getting frail with age.
I don't think so.
You're getting
Try
frail.
it again.
You're getting frail with that rotator.
Everything's good. Pittsburgh Sportsline, $20 polo shirts.
25 for you, Jim Frazier.
From small to XL. We're doing a little infomercial, sales commercial. There it is. Get your $12 winter knit hats. They're warm. He was sweating when he come in. Now he's cool.
Just want to thank everybody for coming out. You'll get a better version of the show tomorrow night.
Oh, it can't be any better.
Verizon 32, Comcast 7. There won't be any delays. It'll be showtime right out the gate, 7 p.m. sharp tomorrow night. Watch us.
Guaranteed.
Watch us. It's a guarantee.
We guarantee it. I don't know what
I'll have a lot more than 2 minutes, that's for sure, folks.
You can have the whole hour. Anybody can come out after shoveling Pittsburgh, and I literally mean shoveling Pittsburgh.
Well, it wasn't just shoveling Pittsburgh. I changed about 32 locks, shoveled some snow, snaked the drain about 20 minutes before I got here. So, you know, just a typical life. I'm sorry I backed into your car. I needed make a little bit of room getting in. So if your front bumper's a little loose, buddy, I'm sorry, man. I got some duct tape for you.
Oh, I'd use this, but it's so.
Hey, I'm just glad, man, for the first time in 200 episodes, it's going to get washed finally.
No, it's not. It's not if you hit
that's
my
like,
car.
man, that's like desecrating the American flag, brother.
Oh, sorry. Here, I'll take it. I'll wear it. I'll wear it. I'll wear it now.
No, get out of here.
I'll wear it now.
I'm taking my golf towel back too.
Hey, wait. This is it.
My golf bag when
This
I'm down
is
in
it,
Daytona
folks.
Beach, Florida.
God bless America. Brenner Contracting and Pittsburgh
And if I'm not at
Sportsline.
Duke's Rib House and Grill next Monday because I'm still in transit from Daytona Beach, Florida, everybody have a great week. And give a shout out to Ted and company Skeets, repping that Pittsburgh Sportsline. Mario Tempest for coming down as we wind down. And
Did you miss
see you tomorrow night.
And
I don't think
everybody
so.
else that come out, all the friends and fans. And I got a call at one friend of mine. She left there. She must have thought the show was going to be over.
Well, hey, that's her loss.
Well, very good person. Thanks, everybody. Be safe out there. Stay warm.